Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another daily vlog and potentially the last part of this how I make my vlogs videos. We've covered how I come to the ideas, how I set up my DJI Pocket 3, what I've been doing in the editing software. But now I just want to give you a couple of more small little steps that I do to make these daily vlogs as easy to make as possible. Again, for me personally, these videos are not to be intended to be perfect, but rather to have them as simple as possible to create, so that I don't have any blockades that kind of stop me from making these videos. Oh, by the way, I am in my car. It is really important for those of you who just switched on. I always switch off the display of my DJI Pocket 3. Do not text and drive. Do not get distracted. Always drive safe. Either kind of block the monitor so you don't get distracted, or just switch it off. So for me, the intention of these vlogs has always been to make them as simple as possible so that I can do them more often, so that I get a lot of reps in and it basically becomes second nature to create these vlogs. Also, I always wanted to get better at talking in front of the camera without too many interruptions, too many too many and very importantly, I always want to have at least one takeaway in the video that you can use to learn something. Okay, so what are the last few steps that I always make before I publish the video? In Adobe Premiere, and I feel like in most other editing software nowadays, you can actually create an automatic transcript of whatever you have been saying. And I'm sorry, I'm right now driving through a tunnel. I hope that once I am out of the tunnel, the DJI Pocket is still pointed at me and not somewhere else. If it is, please excuse that. So with the transcript feature, if your editing software doesn't have that, you can actually also put it into YouTube before publishing it. You can actually check the automatically generated transcript, and if I'm not completely mistaken, you can actually export it. But you can also put it in unlisted and use the link of that video. I need to test it myself, but I'm just telling you how I do it. So once I create that transcript in Adobe Premiere, I export it as a text file. And then I go to Google Gemini. I have the free version, so I can confirm that you do not need a paid version. In ChatGPT, I tried it, but I noticed the way I do it doesn't work that well over a long time with the free version of ChatGPT. So what I do is I upload that text file to Google Gemini, and then I tell Google Gemini, hey, I've created a daily vlog. What I need from you based on this transcript, can you give me a good video titles? Can you give me a couple of words that I can put on the thumbnail? Give me an SEO-optimized description, and then a few tags that I can copy and paste into my video. Yes, it's much better to do this yourself, to create an SEO-optimized description yourself. You can obviously also think about good titles yourself, and usually that's actually much better. However, this is all about simplifying my personal progress. I'm doing this daily. So at one point, it becomes really hard to kind of think about good titles. And again, I want to keep this as simple as possible so I don't get overwhelmed with all of the tasks and then at some point think, oh, this is such a grind, I don't want to do this anymore. So this is all about simplification. And then once Google gives me, I'm also telling Google Gemini, hey, give me a few titles to choose from. Give me a few options that I can put and write on the thumbnail. And usually out of 5 or 6 suggestions, 2 of them are pretty good, and then I choose or I refine those titles, and then I put that, once I upload the video, all inside the description of the video. One small caveat: I was under the impression, or I am still under the impression, the more I train the same chat of Gemini, where I kind of tell Gemini, hey, give me a few good titles, help me a little bit out, I noticed that Gemini was getting better and was kind of learning of all of the titles and transcript that I was giving Google Gemini. However, I did notice that at some point when I continued to upload the text files, at some point it somehow got a little bit confused. And although I uploaded, for example, episode 70 with a very fresh transcript file, and I double checked the file, I noticed that it was spitting out some suggestions for a previous text file. And I told Gemini, hey, you took the wrong file. I uploaded this file. Can you double check? And then it did take a different file, but not the file that I actually needed Google Gemini to kind of look through. So at some point I rather opened up the text file, copied, pasted it, and put it into the prompt of Google Gemini to kind of look through that transcript. I don't know why that is, but that is just something to keep in mind. Basically, that is actually good practice overall. Whatever you put into Google Gemini, into any large language model, always double check. Don't take all of the answers for granted. Check I know that some people use that for research. I know some people use that to reply emails. Double check everything that Google Gemini or any other LLM is putting out. It is so important. There can be so many mistakes. And I love AI as a tool, and that's very important. And for me, being in the creative industry, I know that AI is taking away a lot of the jobs, but I have a lot of respect for that tool, and I feel like it is a dangerous tool to some degree, but it's also a very helpful tool as long as you know how to utilize it and as long as you know to double check it. So that's what I do. So it gives me my titles, it gives me my description, it gives me some text that obviously, as I said, I can do myself, but in order to simplify this daily vlogging thing, I always do it with the help of an AI tool, and Gemini actually works very well because, as I said, I can do it with ChatGPT, but I noticed that at some point it tells me, oh, you have uploaded too many files. And then at some points, if I just copy and paste it, sometimes my transcripts are way too long and then they exceed the limit of whatever I can put in a prompt. So with the, with the free version of ChatGPT, this workflow doesn't work that well. But with Gemini, it actually does work even with the free version. What else am I doing? I also pre-produce all of these vlogs sometimes. For example, I'm now on my way home from the gym. These commutes are perfect time slots for me to actually record 2 episodes. So one on my commute to the gym, then sometimes at the gym when I have to wait because I have arrived too early, and then when I'm driving home. Again, because I keep this workflow so simple, so one take vlogs, no editing, I have gotten into this repetition mode where I actually know, or where it's very easy, at least at the moment, to find new ideas and to kind of know, okay, what do I want to talk about next? I have a very easy time at the moment to kind of slot in these vlogs in between. And also, you probably might say, oh, but your niche with about YouTube creation, at some point you will be exhausted by whatever you can talk about. And you're totally right. You're totally right. However, what I've always said is I consider this YouTube thing, how to make a YouTube channel, my recommendation, why you should start simple vlogging, is my overarching topic. And if you've seen some videos a couple of days before, I talked about this new movie with Ice Cube, War of the Worlds, this new adaptation. And for me, that vlog was somehow, on one point, a little bit of a review of that movie, but also I took that as a takeaway for some suggestions why you should make a YouTube channel and why you should consider making it in this very simplified way, and you should not block yourself by the idea of, oh, I only have an iPhone, I cannot start a YouTube channel. And that is why I think find something, an overarching topic, and then try to kind of work other topics that interest you into that. For example, maybe you are on a fitness journey, you are on a journey to lose weight, then your vlogs are not necessarily purely about your fitness journey, but it's basically about your journey to lose weight, to get fit. Then topics can range from your food strategy, your fitness strategy, but also your mental strategy, your ideas why you want to lose weight. You could kind of have topics about how you gamify it, maybe then go into a review of the Nintendo Fit. I'm not sure how the app is or the game is called. It's this Fit Challenge game where you try that, or you could review Pokemon Go because you are then on the outside running. You see, that's just a small little example how you can utilize one overarching topic to kind of sprinkle in other topics as well. Or you are all into photography gear. That is a topic that will probably never be exhausted because you will always have new camera gear. But obviously your budget for camera gear is probably not that big, but then you can use that. Okay, today's daily vlog is about I'm meeting up with a buddy who has this camera, and then I'm checking out his camera, and that could be something where you can pivot. So kind of think about how you can find a big topic that you can utilize to include smaller topics and smaller or other ideas. And don't worry, sometimes I'm doing these gestures and my hands aren't on my steering wheel, but I'm in a traffic jam. I'm not sure if it comes across in this video, but I'm driving at 5 kilometers per hour. So it is okay that I sometimes take my hands off the wheel. And so, yeah, I think it's really important to kind of give you the message that you should always stay safe on the road. And I try to be as responsible as possible. Yeah, so those are my small little additional tips and tricks for these daily vlogs. To summarize everything of these episodes, I am a huge advocate of simplifying your start of making YouTube videos, to simplify them as much as possible so that you can slowly build up your skills and these videos, because I see it with so many of my friends who always say, oh, I want to start a YouTube channel. I will start it next month. I have this big idea. Oh, okay, let me just buy this new camera first. Oh, I need the gimbal. Oh, I need to kind of think about the script. Oh no, what happens if I don't execute this video properly and I don't get any views? And then suddenly half a year has gone by and they've never started making a video. And it's such a shame. And they invested so heavily in camera gear. And that is why I think if you want to start, simplify it. Break it down, because I believe the first thing, the most difficult part of starting is to push record. The second difficult part is to speak in front of the camera. So if you overcomplicate it, you will not start. I think if it is simplified, you will be more likely to push the button to push record. And then if you don't think, oh, I need to learn editing, if you just think, oh, I'm going to do one take vlog, then it will be much easier for you to speak in front of the camera, because you tell yourself, oh, it's okay, I'm going to make mistakes, I'm allowed to make mistakes, I don't want to edit because this is all about me learning speaking in front of the camera. It will become so much easier. And if you then also tell yourself, oh, this is about me learning speaking in front of the camera, okay, don't worry about the topic, I'm just going to push record and just start rambling. Step by step, you will have these small wins, and you will then learn how to make these videos. And slowly you get better at speaking in front of the camera. Then you think about, oh, maybe I should include some B-roll, but then I need to learn how to edit. Okay, let's start slowly recording B-roll after I recorded my A-roll. Then I'm putting that over my video. Then I slowly learn how to edit. Then, oh, let's do some color grading. I have seen my DJI Pocket or DJI Action has T-Log. Let's record and log. And slowly you have these small wins, and then you have an amazing vlog with people following your journey. Yeah, that was my short little episodes, series of how I make these daily vlogs. Let me know, what are you struggling with when you want to start making videos? Maybe I can help you. Maybe I can do a daily vlog in the future. Let me know in the comment section below. Please don't forget to hit the like button, because I've learned that actually helps the algorithm, helps this video. And if you want to see a breakdown of how I make these videos in one single video, check out the video up here. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here. And don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button up here. I see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.